You know that feeling, don't you? You're in the same house, maybe even the same room, but you might as well be on different planets. You're each kind of lost in your own world. Hey, look, this isn't a sign that things are falling apart. It's actually a super common challenge in any long-term relationship.
So how does this actually happen? Well, it's almost never some big, dramatic event. It's way sneakier than that. It's more of a quiet, slow drift made up of hundreds of tiny little disconnects that just build up over time without you even noticing.
I mean, just think about a typical week. Work, kids, chores, errands, life just gets absolutely packed. And when that happens, the first thing to get squeezed out is real, meaningful connection. Your conversations become all about logistics, who's picking up who, what's for dinner, and before you know it, that feeling of distance just quietly settles in.
But, and this is a big but, there's a really powerful and surprisingly simple way to fight this drift, and that is shared interests. You can think of them like an anchor for your relationship, holding you steady when all the currents of life are trying to pull you in opposite directions.
So what do we really mean by a shared interest? It's not about having the exact same personality, not at all. It's about creating some common ground, a space where connecting feels easy, where you can talk about something you both get into, and where you both feel genuinely seen and heard.
And let's be super clear about what they are not. This is not about losing yourself or pretending to love something you hate just for your partner. It's about finding that sweet spot, that strong middle ground, where you can connect while still being your own individual person.
Wow, I love this metaphor. Relationship oxygen? It perfectly captures the idea that these shared activities aren't just, a nice to have. They're essential. They're literally the thing that keeps the connection alive and breathing.
So we know what they are, but why do they matter so much? Because it turns out these simple little activities unlock some seriously incredible benefits for the entire relationship.
And we're not talking about small tweaks here. This is the big stuff. We're talking stronger intimacy, better communication, bringing back that sense of fun and friendship, and it even helps you resolve conflict easier. This is truly transformative stuff.
Think about it. Watching a show together or going for a walk isn't just about the activity itself. Every shared laugh, every little debate over a plot twist, you're actually building these little emotional bridges between you. You're creating this deep reserve of closeness.
And this just shows you the night and day difference it makes in your daily life. It's the difference between that dreaded conversation, "How was your day?" "Fine," followed by silence, and having something you can both immediately jump into. "Oh my God, can you believe what happened on the show last night?" It just completely kills that awkward silence.
At the end of the day, a great marriage is built on a great friendship. And shared interests, well, that's the fuel for the friendship. It's what brings back the inside jokes, the easy laughter, and just that simple joy of hanging out together.
Here's another way to think about it. It's like building up emotional credit in a bank account. Every time you have a positive, fun interaction, you're making a deposit. So when conflict happens, and it always does, you're not trying to make a withdrawal from an empty account. You've got this buffer of goodwill that makes getting through the tough times so much easier.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but I know what you might be thinking. We have nothing in common. It can feel pretty daunting. But the good news is you don't have to start with anything in common. You can actually build these interests intentionally. So let's look at how.
This little 5-step process is super practical, and the key really is to start small and take all the pressure off. This is not about finding some epic, life-changing hobby overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps to just explore something together. And yeah, that number 4 is crucial, making sure it's a two-way street.
And if you need some inspiration, look how simple this can be. Just decide to watch one TV series together, and no cheating by watching ahead. Or just take a 20-minute walk after dinner. The barrier to entry here is incredibly low.
So what is all of this really about? It's not just about filling time or having more stuff to talk about. There's a much deeper purpose at play here.
And this is it. This is the core of everything. Every shared activity, every conversation, it's really just an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn something new about your partner. It's a vehicle for continuous discovery.
Ultimately, the goal isn't to become the same person. It's to remain endlessly curious about the person you're with. And these shared interests we're talking about, they're simply the best tool we have to keep that curiosity alive and active.
So the final takeaway is this. It's one thing to love each other, but it's another thing entirely to enjoy each other. And creating that common ground, that shared space, is what allows a marriage to move from just surviving to truly thriving. So that leaves us with one last thought. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. What is one small, simple thing that you and your partner could share starting this week?